I would now like to welcome the man behind the vision of URS Media and AsiaOne magazine, the most grounded and enchanting, our very own Mr. Rajat Shukal. Let's welcome the global head and principal partner of URS Media and AsiaOne magazine, as he's right here to get us started on this wonderful evening and share his valuable thoughts over the summit. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much. Let's really have a big round of applause and a very warm and hearty welcome, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Pleasure to have all of you here this evening. It's so exciting to see this entire ballroom full, and I'm also happy to have Sangeeta Singh with us, who's hosting the evening for us. She's hosted many of our summits. Thank you, Sangeeta, for being here today. And let me first welcome the Honorable Minister of MSME, Shri Bhanu Pratap Singh Verma ji. Sir, thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to have you here. And I was just telling Sir that he's from my state. He's from the state of Uttar Pradesh. And, MSME is so important as a backbone for any economy. And COVID-19 was always a time where the MSME industry was affected the most. But so many stimulants were given by the government. And we are so happy to have him here and also recognize him this evening today. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. Also, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome all the ambassadors, the high commissioners, the consul generals, and the charge d'affaires from so many different countries. Thank you so much for joining us today, celebrating 75, which is 75 years of India's independence. And we like to call this story, Journey is the Reward. And it's going to be so exciting with all of you here participating this evening with us. So thank you so much, Your Excellencies. And Your Excellencies, I understand that you are the first citizens of your countries here in India. So it's so difficult for you to take out time and be with us today. So we're all humbled to have you here. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellencies, round of applause for all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. And honestly, all the names and Sangeeta took, all these countries from South Africa to, Montenegro to so many of these countries, so many of you are here. These are the countries where India is increasing trade with you, and you are wanting to increase trade with India. And I also urge all the business leaders today and all the awardees today to interact with you and see how we can increase this further. Because honestly, as many times as the name AsiaOne would be taken tonight, please consider that your name is being taken tonight, because it's all because of people on the other side of the room right now that this summit is going to be a success. So thank you for all the delegates who are here, for all the awardees who are here tonight. It's such a pleasure to have all of you here. And I look forward for a great evening. And it's going to be extremely exciting. I've been told there are over 150 awards tonight. And before we begin, let me share a bit about the vision for AsiaOne magazine and the greatest brands and leaders, Asia, Americas, Africa, which Sangeeta already mentioned. And let me tell you, is one of the highest broadcasted business TV leader series in the world today. And all this is a success because all of you here, ladies and gentlemen. So maybe another round of applause for all of you here, from the first gentleman to the last person here on the table. Thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, like you, like many of you, I was growing up in different parts of the world, but being part of an Indian family. And while we were growing up, so we would hear that people would come and say that, Indians are great academicians, Indians are great lawyers, Indians are great doctors. No one was really saying Indians are great businessmen, And suddenly people started saying that, okay, Indians are great at finance and accounting, so some of our CFOs are great. Then technology came in, and people started saying that Indians are great CTOs, great chief technology officers. And that's when 2014, AsiaOne started with a vision and passion that let us start recognizing and create a narrative that Indians are great business leaders as well. And that is where we started this journey in 2014. Honorable Minister Ramdas Athavaleji actually talked about this in one of his videos. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight. Where 2014 is when the current government of India, came into existence. The current government, and we started this initiative alongside. Happy to tell you, we've recognized 5,000 business leaders over the last 8 years. And it's an ongoing journey. It's all a success because all of you are here. And that's the passion and that's the vision of AsiaOne magazine. And may I request a round of applause for all of you here and the excellence that you created, even post-COVID. Even post-COVID, all the excellence, because tonight is about your glory and recognition of your glory here tonight. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let me also recognize some of our partners tonight. Honestly, I don't like to call them partners. They're all part of the AsiaOne family. Dr. J.C. Chaudhary is here. He doesn't like me saying that now, but he started the Akash Educational Institutions, and which is just been partially invested by Byju's as a fund. I met him 8 years back, and 8 years back I thought, he's a great academician, but he told me then that, that's what he's going to do. He's going to organize the vocational training industry in India, And I said, I had just met him. I said, maybe he's just saying that. And today, let me tell you that the preparation industry, the tutorial industry is so big in India that out of every 3 doctors, 1 has studied from the Akash Educational Institutions. Sir, round of applause for you, for your passion, your vision. Thank you so much for being here. And he's now following his passion. His passion is numerology. And he's following his passion. He's taking it to the world. He's just expanded to the UAE, Singapore, and London. And I believe he's going to be talking today as well. And what I like is, generally people who are good at these things don't really want to spread how you can learn it. So I have also told him, and he believes that let's start one of the biggest education institutions that will teach numerology to the world. And let that come as something like as big as yoga that was started and spread across the world. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. Thank you. I also have my friend here, the Darwin Platform Group of Companies, Ajay Harinath Singh. Thank you, Ajay, for being here. And ladies and gentlemen, Darwin is so fantastic, where Ajay is, just like 40 plus. And whenever we meet, we're always talking about nation building. We're talking about how to empower the youth, how to create more opportunities, again, how to create more entrepreneurs. And let me tell you, Darwin is into multiple businesses. 3 businesses which are extremely, extremely prominent now, where India is also promoting itself as a hub, is going to be the electronic vehicles, the electric vehicles, the 2-wheelers especially, and not only for India, but being exported from India to different parts of the world. He's, just been responsible to bid and win some of the biggest oil blocks from ONGC India. And we are looking at partnerships in that. We are looking at, how do we start the conservation as soon as possible and make India oil rich as well. And the third one, which is extremely exciting, is that, smart cities is something which the government of India has been talking about and which has started and come into momentum. And Lavasa is a city maybe you would have heard of. It's a city in Maharashtra, just little between Mumbai and Pune. And Lavasa is a smart city where the Darwin Group has taken over to now promote the city And we also urge you as business leaders to come and help us open your education institutions, open your healthcare centers, open your banking communities within Lavasa, and see how we can join hands together. Ajay, thank you so much for being here. Round of applause for you, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure to have all of you here. The KIT University is here. Professor Samantha, she's the Pro Vice Chancellor for the KIT University. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. I really can't see you with these lights on me, but I'm sure you're here somewhere. And thank you so much for being here. Oh, I see you now. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being here. Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for these lights. We also have Dr. Vishwajit Rana with us. And Dr. Vishwajit, what I love today is you're here with your parents. Can I have a round of applause for his parents, please, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for being here, sir. Parents are one of our biggest blessings in life. I feel so. And Dr. Vishwajit Rana is the CEO for the Global Education Holdings Group, which is a UK-based education group. It's promoted by Sir Stanley Johnson, who is the father of current Prime Minister of UK, Boris Johnson. And the Global Education Holdings Group is with a focus of creating certification programs, So it's not only like a management program or a finance program, it's more certification driven, which can generate more employment for the youth. And with, I think, 20 plus centers in the UK with over 30,000 students in Europe right now. They have centers now in the UAE, starting soon in China, and next is going to be India for sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Vishwajit, for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, pleasure to have all of you here. I'd like to welcome all of you here. It's going to be a little long evening, but it's going to be very, very exciting. So be with us throughout. Join us for dinner as well. And it's a pleasure to have all of you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Pleasure.